Hey, it's Troy Casey, the Certified Health Nut, here at the CHEK conference again, and today we are with
Tynan Stack.
Tynan Stack. And where are you from, Tynan?
I'm from Calgary, Alberta.
That's great. And so what brings you to the CHEK conference?
My dad and I both have, and our entire family have a large feeling with Paul, because when I was 6, I was diagnosed with celiac disease by him. And since then...
You were diagnosed with celiac disease by Paul CHEK?
Yes, I was. And as a matter of fact, I'm actually one of the case studies in his book, How to Eat, Move, and Be Healthy.
Okay, and so what are some of the results? I mean, what happened when you were younger? What were your symptoms? What was happening in your life that brought you to Paul?
When I was younger, the first time he saw me was when I was 4, and at that point I was already severely affected by the celiac. And essentially what would happen was when I ate, my body wasn't able to digest the gluten, so it would get through my stomach wall and attach onto different joints in my body. And I'll avoid getting all sciencey in it. Anyway, by that happening, when we had a park that was just a block away from my house. I would barely be able to make it to walk there. And then when I got there, there were monkey bars, so I'd get up on the monkey bars and swing for 3 or 4 hours on that at a time, come back with massive blisters all over my fingers. And then when we went to see Paul, he had already seen me a couple years before, and then when we went to see him when I was 6, he had done a full assessment on my mom before that, and the next day when he saw me walk, he had said, you know what, I could do a full assessment on Tinan as well, but it's not really required. I'm pretty sure he's a celiac. So take him off of wheat, oats, rye, and barley. Those are the main things containing gluten, and if you have the happiest kid in the world, then he's a celiac. So after we came back, we emptied the pantry.
So they didn't even bother doing the test. They just did the elimination diet. And what happened?
Well, when we got back, 5 days after, I had the best sleep of my life. When my parents asked me how my night was, I said, amazing. And then when I got back from school, it was again the best day of my life. And all that happened because I wasn't in pain anymore, because my hips weren't feeling like they were getting attacked by my own body. So I could actually walk. All the symptoms like bloating and poor posture were still there, but the pain was steadily going away.
Really? Just from elimination diet? Flat out?
Yeah, that's all it took. For me and our family as a whole, we all are celiac. My brother went through a little test phase when he went through first year university. He went to university, drank beer, ate pizza, typical university stuff. Then came back home and was like, oh, I'm never going to do that again. Why did I do that to myself? And since then, we've been totally celiac. None of us have ever doubted it since then, and we're all
this is before celiacs and gluten-free has really become a fad, right?
Oh, this was way before that. We had seen countless doctors, physios, chiropractors, and they had all recommended surgery, stretching every day, chiropractic visits every month. And
so you were having inflammation of the joints?
Yeah, inflammation of the joints, severe bloating, and severe pain whenever I'd walk.
Wow. Okay, and how old were you then?
I was 6.
And how old are you now?
16.
Okay, and how are you still studying the CHEK principles and applying them into your life now?
Yeah, even more so just recently. I've just recently started going into the true Czechian diet with organic food and all of that other stuff, and I'm actually probably going to end up getting some certifications pretty quick, so that when I talk about things like this, people will believe me that are older, and they'll actually clue into the fact that I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, one through line of interviewing everyone this weekend is that there's a lot of respect for their work, and they automatically attract great referrals without even advertising.
Yeah, that's definitely pretty firm. And even with me, just among this crowd, when I say my name, people are like, wait, I recognize that. And then I say that I'm a testimonial in the CHEK book, and they're all very surprised and like, well, here's a living example that what he says is right.
That's great. So what's your message out there? Actually, did you hear his last lecture on God and the evolution of the soul?
Yes, I did.
And how did that make you feel? And how did Paul's lecture on the evolution of the soul make you feel?
It was definitely interesting. I don't know if I agree with everything he says 100%. I certainly agree with most of it. It certainly opens up another realm of stuff that I should look into soonish, but right now I'm just not totally ready to do that.
Did he shift any of your consciousness around the concept of God?
Not particularly.
Okay, great. And so what's your message out there to humanity out in cyberspace?
I'd say for the most part, if you're not feeling well, there's a reason for it. Don't just say it's normal. There are always causes for what's happening. For me, it was celiac. When I was 6, it was a part of my everyday life. I didn't realize it. Then when I got off of it, I felt way better. My life became way better. Now I'm a high-level volleyball player. My team came 5th at nationals this year. We just experiment, find out what's wrong. Your life will be way better in the end.
Can you repeat that?
Oh yeah, just experiment, figure out what's wrong, and your life will be way better in the end.
Awesome. Thank you so much, brother.
No problem. Thanks.
Awesome. Great, man. How old are you now? 16?
Yeah.